So this is a sliding door gift box, and the idea is that you have a picture here, and then when you pull it, you've got a piece of acetate that goes behind this part, and all your sweeties and your goodies you can see inside. So it's quite a cute project. I think what I would do is put a sentiment behind here. So when you closed it, you've got your sentiment on your box. It might say Happy Easter. And then when you pull it apart, you can see all the little Easter eggs inside. So I'd fill it with some straw and put some Easter eggs in there. That's quite a nice idea. But it's just a basic box, really. And then you have, I'm just going to show you this bit so that you can see how this works. This is like a bit like your penny slider, but doubled up. And rather than using a penny, I just cut some circles out of card. So I cut 12 circles, and they were 1 centimetre in diameter, and I glued 4 lots of 3 and then put a foam pad in between there, and then that slots in between these slots. I found a penny was a little bit too heavy and a little bit too big, so I just cut some circles to make that work. Okay, right, so let's pop that to one side and let's build this box. So you have your net. So you've got your main box front, which goes over there. You have your side, which glues on there. You have a base that glues onto there. You have a top that glues onto there. And you have a side that glues onto there, and that is your closure. So I've written out on my net the closure bits, because then you don't put glue on. So closure, closure, and your closure bit there. Okay, so let's glue all this together so that we can see how this works. And then you have your back and your window cover, but we'll come to those in a bit. So your base going to go on the bottom. Makes sense. So let's get that tape off. Let's glue this together like that. Then you have your top that glues on there. And rather than working like that, just move your card around. You can always revert back to your net to make sure that you've got it lined up properly. So that's there, like that. Then your side is going to go onto here. Right, you need to make sure that these corners here don't overlap anywhere, because otherwise it won't fold in properly. So just take your time and make sure that you get that. Oh, I am being really picky now, but I want it to be right. There we go. It's almost easier to, so let me just give you this tip. When you are putting this piece on, so my perforation line is right there. If you go slightly to the right or the left of the perforation line so you can't see it, line it up so it's straight, and then just pull back, and as soon as you start to see that perforation line, you know that that's where you're going to stick it down, like that. Okay, and then we're going to turn this over. Remember that this is the side that's going to close, so if we turn this over, we then know that our back wants to then glue onto this side that's got the sticky on it. So then flip it over again, and your back's going to go onto there. Okay, so peel that off and glue that onto there, like that. Right, so let's start to attack this now. Let's glue this bit into here. So we've got our side bit that's going to come off. That's going to fold down. That's going to fold over. There's no glue on this side because that's the bit that closes. So let's turn it to the bottom and do the same on here. Get off. So that's going to fold in there like that. And then this is going to fold over and become the back. So bend that back, which gives you an easier view of getting this. So there. Make sure that those corners are stuck down as well. So I'm going to fold this over. I'm protecting this side while I put this one into position. Once you've got the bottom on, just work your way up the side because it's quite a long stretch. And then peel your fingers away from the tape. They don't call it super sticky for nothing, do they? Like that. And then that folds in and closes like that. So that's your box. Then you have your other piece. This is your window cover. So you then have, where's that piece gone then? You should have another piece that's like this. So I'll show you on this one. So you've got another piece, a square, that's got this aperture cut out of it. That's going to fit over there. So what I did was I turned, like I said at the beginning, I cut out 4 circles. I'm going to say it's about 1 centimetre. Let me have a look. Might be a little bit wrong there. It might be a little bit bigger. So I would say that is probably about 15 millimetres across. So you want 12 15mm circles, and you're going to glue 3 together 4 times. You're going to stick 1 down at the top and 1 down at the bottom. Put a foam pad in between there and press that down. The foam pad needs to be smaller than the circle, all right, because you need then to slot those circles into those runners like that. So they just slot in. Bear with while I just do that. Like that. And then you take your window cover and you position that over the top, and that's where your decorative panel goes. And then when you pull that, that slides across. So you could have your acetate underneath there, like that. So you've got your acetate, and you can see all your little Easter eggs. And then when you pull that to one side, your sentiment is underneath there. Just don't put your sentiment on with any dimensional foam because it will catch. And that is your box. It's cute, that, isn't it? Just something a little bit different. I thought it would be nice if you did it like a theme, you know, so you could do like a farmyard theme and have your little eggs in there as well if you wanted to. I just thought it was a different idea that I hadn't really seen before. I know we certainly haven't done one before on Cutting Craftorium, so it's nice to find something new. Look, and then that just slides across like that. And that is your sliding door box. So we're going to tidy all this lot up, and then we'll come back and do the next one.